our topic for today is about Industry Revolution 4.0. And we need to accept the fact that at present, Industry 5.0 is now waving, no, with each and every one of us. So, again, the world is witnessing a great tide of change, transformation, digitalization, and industrialization that is influencing the society, in various aspects, including public administration, industrial structure, employment, and privacy of an individual. So, again, the transformation skills or it taking place will cause a societal shift from society version 4.0 to 5.0. No, it talk about industry 5.0 in future as closer cooperation between man and machine. No, emphasize industry 5.0 will be synergy between humans and autonomous machines. Enhancing industry 4.0 traits, society 5.0 would be a super smart society equipped with problem solving and value creation ideology, diverse abilities, decentralization, resilience, and sustainable development society 5.0. It is the imagination society where industrialization will be the core factor of transformation and technological advancement. Society 5.0 or industry 5.0 will emerge with the concept of industry 5.0 causing industrial revolutions that will be further empowered by education 5.0, in turn generating the high education or definitions educator 5.0. So, tracing back the origin of human beings from hunter-gatherer society or the 1.0 that was evolved into agrarian society, that is society 2.0, that were primarily dependent on agriculture, which was further advanced into the industrial society, from where the series of industrial revolutions came into existence. And the first industrial revolution in 1780s, or the industry 1.0, introduced mechanization from steam, water, and fossil fuels. And the second individual revolution, or the second industrial revolutions in the 1870s was focused on electrical energy that favored mass production, which was preceded by the third industrial revolutions in 1970s. Where it introduced new horizons of advancement like automation, information technology, electronics, and IT system, which led to the emergence of the information society 4.0. And the fourth industrial revolution, which further expand the information society, it is also known as hyper connectivity revolutions, as it provides a real-time interface between the virtual and physical worlds, called cyber physical systems, and other technologies like IoT or Internet of Things, IoE, yung Internet of Everything, Big Data, AI. Although Industry 4.0 is not yet well grown, the world is looking forward to the next industrial transform, the Industry 5.0. The autonomous manufacturing with human intelligence, which will turn lead to emergence of a super smart society. No? The only thing constant is this world is changed. No? The human nature always try to find out a better solution for every pre-existing problem, registering a revolutionary path. One can trace out the demanding, transforming, and acclimatizing nature of human through which the industrialization took place. Okay? So, to give us a detail about Industry 4.0, let us all welcome our first presenter for this morning. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you.
System design and implementation. Right? So, let's start to enumerate yung mga topics na dinidiscuss ko na. Right? So, number one is what is Industry Revolution. Number two is what is Industry 4.0. And then, syempre, is what are the key technologies in the Industry 4.0? Okay? So let's talk about what is Industry 4.0. So Industry 4.0, it is a new industrial model that characterized the fourth industrial revolution. This advanced manufacturing model is represented by the following: intelligent, virtual, and then digital performances. So these large-scale technologies that emerge as disruption to the Industrial Revolution 1.0 that occurred before. The new industrial model itself includes a factory-wide integrated structure and potential technologies in various areas of industry activity. And these technologies are the intrinsic to Industry 4.0 design principle, which are also responsible for ensuring the innovative performance of this new industry. So let's look back with the historical evolution of industry or industrial evolution. So in this illustration, Industry 1.0 is about mechanization and then introduction of steam and water power. Industry 2.0 is about mass production, assembly lines using electrical power. Industrial 3.0 is automated production, computers, IT systems, and robotics. Industry 4.0 is the smart factory, autonomous systems, IoT, and then mga machine learnings. So, source. So, dito nyo po makikita itong image na to. So, pag sinabi natin first industrial revolution, it began in the 18th century through the use of steam power and mechanization production. What before produced threads on a simple spinning wheels, the mechanized version achieved 8 times the volume in the same time. Steam power was already known. The use of it for industrial purposes was the greatest breakthrough for increasing human productivity. Instead of waving looms powered by muscle, steam engines could be used for power. Developments such as the steamship or some years later, the steam-powered locomotive brought about further machine changes because humans and goods could move great distance in few hours. So, pag sinabi naman natin Industrial Revolution 2.0, began in the 19th century through the discovery of electricity and assembly line production. Henry Ford, from 1863 to 1947, took the idea of mass production from slaughterhouse in Chicago. The pigs hung from conveyor belts and each butcher performed only a part of the task of butchering the animal. And these principles in automobile production and drastically altered in the process. While before, one station assembled an entire automobile, now the vehicles were produced in partial steps on the conveyor belt, significantly faster and at lower cost. Right? When it comes to industrial revolution, it began in the 70s, in the 20th century, through partial automation using memory programmable controls and computers. Since the production of these technologies, we are now able to automate an entire production process without human assistance. Known example of these are robots that perform program sequence without human intervention or interaction. And then Industrial 4.0 is characterized by the application of information and communication technologies to industry. It builds develop of the third industrial revolution. Production systems that already have computer technology are expanded by a network connection and have a digital twin on the internet, so to speak. Example include is machines which can predict failures and trigger maintenance processes autonomously or self-organized logistics which react to unexpected changes in production. So So let's talk about the key technologies in the Industry 4.0. So number one is IoT or Internet of Things. Next is advanced robotics. Next is artificial intelligence. Next is cloud computing, virtual reality, big data analytics, and then addictive manufacturing, augmented reality, and this is all. So this is all the key technologies in the Industry 4.0. So let's talk about IoT or Internet of Things. No? So what is Internet of Things? No? Internet of Things is a network of physical objects that are able to collect data with help of sensors and exchange data exchange data to each other with help of internet. So best example natin ng IoT or Internet of Things is yung mga smartwatch natin. No? For example, yung smartwatch natin is na-detect na tumataas yung inyong heartbeat, and then possible na magkaroon ka ng heart attack. Okay? Automatic magsisend smartwatch doon sa inyong phone na nagkakaroon kayo na problem sa health nyo. And then, automatic, yung ating mga cellphone, smartphone devices is pwedeng kumontak agad doon sa mga hospital, no? Since meron tayong emergency call na tinatawag siya. Okay? So, yun po yung mga sample natin na Internet of Things, no? Another example is Smart TV. Okay? So sa Smart TV, if you want to watch Netflix or to browse to your Smart TV devices, you just need Wi-Fi or internet and then makakapanood ka na agad doon. Okay? Another example is yung mga web cameras natin. Okay? So yung mga web cameras or CCTVs natin, hindi na natin kailangan ng LAN cable na mahaba, no? Ngayon, pwede na natin siya ikabit sa pinaka-power ng bulb, no? Bulb, and then pwede na natin siya i-connect through our Wi-Fi connection. Okay? Next is advanced robotics, no? So ito po yung sample natin ng advanced robotics. Pag sinabi natin advanced robotics, robots are programmable machines that are usually able to carry out series of actions autonomously or semi-autonomously. Robotics is a branch of technology that deals with physical robots, no? So ito mga advanced robotics na to, ginagamit din to for manufacturing, no? So for example, gusto mong i-automate yung irrigation mo sa farm, no? Hindi mo na kailangan magdilig doon, automatic. Yung system mo is magdidilig na para sa iyo. Okay? Another example, sa mga factories. Okay? Sa mga factories, hindi na usually gumagamit yung hand-to-hand. Okay? So pwede na yung yung automatic paglabas, buo na agad yung item. Okay? Hindi mo na kailangan kamayin pa siya, and then pwede mo na siyang agad i-package or ipadala na dun sa mga store. Okay? So marami naman mga robots na programmable machines. No? Actually, computer can be considered as robots. No? Ito kasi mga robots na to is pwede na natin lagyan ng chip, and then syempre mapapagana na natin sila. Okay? Next, artificial intelligence. No? So sa artificial intelligence or AI na tinatawag natin, so ang pinaka-best example natin ng artificial intelligence is si Siri. No? So si Siri, ang ginagamit natin for iOS, okay? iOS device, and then kung naka-Windows ka naman, syempre, pwede mong gamitin si Cortana. And kung may budget naman tayo, syempre pwede tayong bumili na Alexa kay Amazon. And then Google phones is meron tayong Hey Google, no, na artificial intelligence. So itong mga artificial intelligence is ginagamit to para mas mabilis tayong makapag-search ng data or information through the internet, no? So hold mo lang yung power button mo dyan, sabihin mo lang kung ano yung gusto mong information, or word, sabihin mo lang sa kanya, and then automatic na nilang hahanapin yung information na yon para sa iyo. Okay? So to make it understand, AI is a computer program which enables a machine to simulate behavior like learning, planning, reasoning, knowledge sharing, and problem solving, etc. Okay? So, yun yung mga kayang gawin ng mga artificial intelligence natin ngayon. Okay? So, kasi ngayon, si Siri, yung mga ginagamit nating devices, yun po yung lagi natin naiisip. Okay? So, marami po pong artificial intelligence, no? Kahit yung mga websites is meron ng meron ng artificial intelligence, no? Like kay Shopee, meron po doon image processing tool na katulad po ng artificial intelligence. Kuha ka lang ng image sa internet, scan mo kay Shopee, and then automatic hahanapin ni Shopee dun sa database niya yung information about sa image na nilagay mo. And then syempre malalaman mo din doon yung presyo ng product na yun. Isa po yun sa mga sample din po ng artificial intelligence. Next is cloud computing, no? So cloud computing is ito po yung pag-store natin ng data sa cloud or sa internet, no? So another term ng cloud computing, no, kung mayroon kang kilala mga IT services dito sa Pinas, ang tawag nila dyan is collocations. So yung mga collocations na yan is sila yung nag-offer ng cloud computing, no? So hindi mo na kailangan mag-set up ng traditional network infrastructure. So hindi mo na kailangan mag-set up ng traditional infrastructure para lang magkaroon ka ng local area network and then syempre ng server management. Now, pwede ka lang kumuha sa isang IT service, babayaran mo lang sila monthly or yearly, and then makakagamit ka na ng mga services nila. So same lang din yon as cloud computing, no? Since kasi lahat ng data or information natin or files is save natin sa isang storage or sa isang server. Okay? Tama. Sa isang server or isang database. Okay? So another example ng cloud computing is mga Gmails, no? Mga Google Drives, OneNote, and then Dropbox can be considered as cloud computing. Okay? So pag sinabi natin cloud computing, use of remote servers to store, manage, process data, which can be accessed through the internet demand. Okay? Next, virtual reality. So pag sinabi natin virtual reality, no? So it is the use of computer technology to create simulated environment, no? Okay. So, itong mga sample natin ng virtual reality is ginagamit to sa mga hospital. Okay. So, for example, gusto mong i-operate or surgery yung pasyente mo, kailangan mo muna siya i-testing doon sa virtual reality simulated niya o simulation, no? Para syempre, hindi ka magkamali once na inoperate mo na siya doon sa pasyente mo. Okay? Another example is pag gumagawa ka ng mga game development na kailangan mo gumamit ng VR, and then syempre, ikaw yung magsaset up nung makikita mo dyan. Okay? So, anong difference ng virtual reality sa augmented reality, no? So, pag virtual reality, ikaw yung gumagawa ng mga simulated environment, and then ang augmented reality is naka-base doon sa makikita ng camera or lente ng inyong smartphone or computer. Okay? So, syempre, pag sabi natin virtual, hindi po yan totoo, pero sa augmented, actually pwede mo siyang iset up. Okay. Next is, dito nga, augmented reality, no? Pwede mong iset up yan. Kung makikita mo dito sa illustration, makikita mo yung ilang items yung remaining, Peak 5, and then syempre yung mga locations like GPS, and then Waze, no? Actually, augmented reality. Okay? AR is a computer-generated graphics on top of actual reality. Okay? Next natin is big data analytics, no? So pag sinabi natin big data analytics, it is a process of store and examine large volume of data from various sources and systematically extract useful information. So best example natin for big data analytics is Facebook. Since kasi sa Facebook, meron silang server doon kung saan naka-store ang inyong data, no? Parang data warehousing ang tawag doon. Okay? So doon po lahat ini-store yung information natin, images, messages, and other information about sa'yo. And then once na kailangan natin yung data na yon, one click away lang is automatic, makukuha na po natin agad doon sa platform na yan. Okay? So syempre, marami naman example pa ng big data analytics, no? Google can be considered as big data analytics, no? Since kasi maraming connected na website sa kanya, no? Maraming connected na website sa kanya, and then syempre mas madali mo makukuha yung mga information or sources doon sa kanyang platform. Next is addictive manufacturing, no? So, pag sinabi natin addictive manufacturing is a computer-controlled processes that create three-dimensional objects by disposing materials, usually layers, and it's also known as 3D printers. Okay? So, at itong addictive manufacturing, ito po yung gumagawa ng mga 3D designs natin, no? Para syempre sa paggagamitan po natin na things. No? Next natin is, what are the benefits of Industry 4.0? So number 1 is productivity and efficiency. Number 2 is cost optimization. No? Then number 3 is new opportunities. Number 4 is customer satisfaction. And then syempre is yung safety ng ating company. So that's all. This is all the topics that I discussed about industry revolution. Thank you, and I hope you understand my discussion, and I'm willing to take any questions about my topic that I presented to you.
Din, okay na po.
Okay, so again, So as I mentioned earlier, no, uh, digitalization has paved a new way for manufacturing where factories are becoming more smarter and sophisticated with the help of technologies like IoT, automation, robotics, sensor, data science, advanced analytics, artificial intelligence, and this advancement introduced some drawbacks like complex and expensive software deployment challenges, security leaks, need for highly skilled professionals, and main concern is that humans are being replaced rather than being equipped. So our presenter discussed the Industry 1.0 up to Industry 4.0. Now, Industry 5.0 has overcome these hurdles now by introducing a paradigm shift from digitalization to personalization, where it will highlight the new concept of human touch. And this revolution would solve the necessity for personalization, would stimulate and apply human intelligence in computers. No, this is what we call cognitive computing. No, the crucial transformation that will emerge is that humans would be equipped and integrated with intelligent automations devices, no? And systems for better cooperation and collaborations with the machines rather than being replaced. Again, Industry 5.0 will lead towards Society 5.0, which will be a super smart society. The super smart society will form the advancement in the field of education, causing a paradigm shift from corporate education to incorporate values in education by introducing the concept of Education 5.0. The Education 5.0 emergence highlights the skills like communication, leadership and endurance, curiosity, comprehension, critical and creative thinking. So to fulfill the objectives and motive of Industry 5.0, we need to enhance and empower common education with the high definition educators. Cobots, no, yung collaborative robots, which in turn would enhance the personalization in Society 5.0 and make it a human-centered society. Okay? Then, of course, again, as what I've mentioned, no, the super smart society or the Society 5.0 will be the human-centric society where the machines will cognitive excellence would work in cooperation and collaboration with humans. So, for the development of the visionary society, there is a need of Education 5.0 that would be executed and implemented by the Educators 5.0. So, the educators will the cobots or the collaborative robots, which will keep with machine-centric knowledge, learn in human supremacy, train in human personalization, and master in qualitative deliverance based on learners' needs and capacity. And this highlights the paradigm shift from value of corporate education to incorporate values in education. For the strong base of Industry 5.0, the Education 5.0 is what would only be possible with the smart and high definition educators. And the challenge for modern educator is either get prepared for this revolutionary change or take renunciation. And I think that's it for this topic. Okay, so